Someone I could talk to there? No, they hung up. I'm doing a film on different animal issues, and I'd like to get all sides of the story.
And who do you represent? No, I'm not interested in commenting.
Sort of been hitting the wall, calling different people.
You'll have to call back.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'll transfer you to the doctor.
I was wondering if you might be interested in an interview.
No, I don't think there's a good time for this type of interview. First of all, I'm sorry. Who are you guys?
Would you be willing to give your side of the story?
Are you one of those animal rights organizations? Any comment would have to be cleared with my supervisor. I can't say anything.
First, the struggle dissolves the deceptive facade and reveals basic evils. Before a protest can be approved by responsible leadership, they must answer the following questions. Do we have a just grievance? We first used every form of normal means to eliminate the problem by negotiation, petition, and appropriate appeals to authority. When we embark upon any type of lawbreaking, are we prepared to accept the consequences? No one can scorn nonviolent direct action or civil disobedience without canceling out history.
My name's Shannon Keith, and I'm an animal rights lawyer and making a documentary film on the Animal Liberation Front. I decided to make a documentary film about those people who speak up for the animals and about those people who break the law to help animals, because we've only seen change happen in our society when laws have been broken.
Every social justice movement has been made of people that are willing to sacrifice. That's what's going to make the animal rights movement successful. Direct action is taking action for animals now. A little guy in the south of England had a rabbit farm with about 1,500 rabbits that he sold to vivisection labs.
Very few laws in place to protect the animals that are kept in those places, and the same with laboratories. And when I realised these places existed, I went out looking for them, and I still do, to find cruelty, to expose these places for what they are.
The campaign started on a Sunday, and it ended the following Saturday. Our group went down on Monday. We did our protest, we yelled, we screamed, we held signs, caused a bunch of havoc.
We had regular pickets at the farm to make them aware that we were there and we were going to stay there. We were there for the duration until the farm closed.
Bill Pritchard, the owner of Regal Rabbits, got it into his head that he wasn't going to back down from these grassroots animal rights people. We're just protesters. He put up security fences, cameras, even hired a few guards. The call went out that night that every group in the country had better show up Friday at 7 p.m. Friday at 7 p.m. you saw direct action in animal liberation and work.
I made it my business to do something about it.
At least 75 of us descended upon Regal Rabbits. Everybody donned in complete black from head to toe. It was only 6 p.m., 7 p.m. It was still bright out in the middle of the summer. His security gates were ripped open. The security system he had installed ripped out of the walls. People were banging on his doors, his windows. People were on the top of the rabbit sheds, ripping off the tiling to get those rabbits out. His car was overturned.
Very effective tactics that have been tried and tested over recent years and proved to be effective.
Police cars were zeroing down the road, helicopters overhead, and everybody went running in every different direction. Everybody got away. And the next morning, Saturday morning, Bill Pritchard and Regal Rabbits issued a press release saying, "We're not going to do this. The people that are running the campaign to shut this farm down, come and take every last rabbit from us. We're done." That's animal liberation.
John Feldman. I'm in a band called Goldfinger, who tours a lot, and I also produce bands.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love.
I signed a band called The Used, Story of the Year, written songs with Good Charlotte.
You and your love.
Do a lot of animal rights activism as well. Writing songs is the kind of most direct way that I have to kind of, use my band as a vehicle to, educate people on animal rights.
I didn't ask you to take me from here. I didn't ask to be broken.
Most of our fans are, 17 to 21, that kind of, they're young. And they go home and have their little dogs and cats that they're part of their families, but then they go and eat bacon and ham and hamburgers and stuff, and they don't make that connection between I pet this one and this one I eat and has the most brutal life you can ever imagine in the factory farm.
So free me. I just want to feel what life should be. I just want enough space to turn around and face the truth.
I feel like because I know this and, I'm not ignorant any longer, that it's my duty to talk about this in my records. And, it's definitely something worth fighting for.
What happened to dignity? Did it go away again? Just like some worn out trend? Will I still defend emotions? What happened to honesty?
I'm not fucking around here, This is about saving lives, and this is what I believe.
I still defend devotion. Don't wanna breathe when I wanna hear about life.
I completely support what the Animal Liberation Front does, as far as rescuing animals from laboratories and from factory farms. The Animal Liberation Front, these people are my heroes that are risking their own freedom, to save lives.
The guidelines were tactical in that we obviously didn't want anyone who was innocent to suffer from what we were doing. And certainly we didn't want animals to suffer from anything we did. So we had to be careful on in that respect. And I think we wanted to create quite a large movement. We wanted a lot of people to take ALF action. So we had to have tactic that people in general felt happy with so they could join in.
In the naive first formative years of those small people, they did set up an office, they did have Animal Liberation Front literature and you were able to contact them. But it wasn't long before the police totally shut that down. And ever since then, ever since those small group of people disbanded, now there's a global Animal Liberation Front that you read about in all your papers, but there is no structure to it. There is no organisation, there's no one you can write to, please come and help me, there's a goat locked up in someone's yard. No, you have to do it yourself.
The Animal Liberation Front is not an organization. The Animal